Okay. Yesterday, my son Mandy brought to my attention, there's a Gemara in Sanhedrin, talks about the Gabai singing and playing music. The Gemara sent Afkuf Aleph, says like this, Tonu Rabbanon, HaKoire Posuk Shel Shir hashirim. Somebody reads a Posuk Shel Hashirim, also come Zemer, and you turn this Posuk to a song. HaKoire Posuk Beves Mishtoes Beloy Zmano, or you're saying a Posuk in a party without its proper time. We're going to see soon what's the pshat without its proper time. Maybe you're bringing to the world bad things. So mipnei shatoyre chageresak v'medes v'nakudosh baruch hu v'meres lefanov, the Torah complains to Hashem, Rebbeinu shel olam, asuni bonecha kekinar shemanagnim b'leitzim. You're making out of me like an instrument. The lady cares leitzim. They make a party with this. They sing. They crack jokes. They made out of the Torah something like a tool for them. Omar lo, Hashem answered to the Torah, biti. When people eat and drink, b'mais asku. So what do you want them to be busy with? They're busy with the Torah. What's wrong? They're saying psukim. The Torah answers to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. If those people know how to read Tanakh, yasku b'Torah, u'b'nevim, u'b'ksuvim. They should learn something from Pasuk, from Torah, Novi, Ksuvim. If they learn how to Mishnah, yasku b'Mishnah. Ba'aloches u'ba'agodes. V'im ba'ale Talmud hem, meaning they know how to derive, that's the union of Gemara, from all the way from the Gemara to the Halacha Lamaisa. He says, Yasku, Bilchas Pesach, B'Pesach, Bilchas Atzeres, B'Atzeres, Bilchas Chag, B'Chag. Every Yom Tov, they could be busy with the halachas of that. Yom Tov, B'Shas Su'udah, B'Shas Mishteh. But why to a song? This was the taina of the Torah to HaKadosh Baruch Hu Mashma. HaKadosh Baruch Hu accepted it. So according to this Gemara, you cannot just go take a pasuk of Shir hashirim. And Rashi says, why Davka Shir hashirim? Rashi says like this: Shekoire benegina acheres, shena nokudba. Meaning in the Shir hashirim there is nekudas ta'amim, and he makes his own tune, not the tune of the tropes over there. Abba b'shir mishir hashirim. So the chidush is any psukim will be bad, but even though Shir hashirim is in of song, Abba mishir hashirim will be kor shir. The main thing of Shir hashirim it's a song, so you're singing it. So what's wrong? He says, also you have to do like Yukoire in Tanakh with the tropes. You cannot turn it to a song. Mashma from here, not Avka Shir, any psukim from Tanakh, you cannot convert it to a song. Okay. Then the Gemara says, Akoire posuk beves hamishta below zmano. B'meisav al yaino, I'm reading the Rashi. He's having a party with the wine. Oise sechikoisov, meaning whatever he divres choik, whatever he's frivolous, but divrei Torah. He makes it with the Torah. The Torah psukim bekolarom l'sachek boem b'nei hamishta. Bring some kind of pasuk that maybe fits to the time now. Make some kind of something that enhances the party. Avol, that's bad. Avol im omroim bezmanoi ala mishta gonshu yom tov v'notel kois b'yodav v'omro divrei hagoda u'psukim minyona shel yom mevi tov eloilam. So now we pashas mashma. If you take and the party stam, not Yom Tov, not Shabbos, and you make some psukim to people should like enhance the party, or you sing something mashma, it's osur. So the question would be today, what's the heter today? For us today, we have all this recording and all these concerts. According to this, and a lot of them based on psukim. According to this Gemara, it's davar osur. And also, it's interesting. I tried to see what there's usually you have the en mishpat ner mitzvah tells you which poskim talk about. Nobody talks about it. It looks like the Gemara didn't take this lahalacha. That's why we all have concerts and psukim and tapes and CDs or whatever. Why? What's wrong? Why the poskim over here? Nobody brings anything on this Gemara. Why we didn't take such a thing? Lahalacha. What's wrong with this? The Gemara said, let's man the palik. Nobody choyle can. Poskim bring nothing about this. So the Emet says, the first thing I looked in Hilchas Tisha B'Av, at the end of Tisha B'Av in Tov Kuf Samach, over there the halachas, they talk about what you're not allowed to do, not only during the 3 weeks of Tisha B'Av, but not to do through our life, because we don't have Beis Hamikdash now. So other halachas, how you have to paint the house, and how the jewelry of the women, they talk about a song also over there, but it's not mitzad the same halacha over here, because it's not appropriate for the Torah to use the Torah as a tool for singing. Over there it's mitzad that by the time of Zman HaChorban we don't have full simcha, so we have restrictions what we're allowed to do. It says over like this: the osur kol min shir bet bekli ben bepeh. you're not allowed to sing with instrument or with your mouth. Girish Rashi can go to Shir, Bevesa Mishta. Oh, so we have already a little bit a light at the end of the tunnel. According to Rashi, the whole restrictions, if Bevesa Mishta, they're coming to a party place. If it's not Bevesa Mishta, if you're singing not in a place they drinking, they're just at home or concert even, it's not Bevesa Mishta, L'choira Mashma would be okay. Vatoisas Meforshim da Afilu B'lo Mishta Nomi. So even without the Mishnah, there's another restrictions. I'm reading from the Tur Tovkov Samach. Davkal Mishrogel Bekach, Kauda Isa Birushalmi, Resh Galusa Vakoim Vedomich Bezimra. Pirush Beshachva Vukuma Yom Zamrim Lafanam. There's another part. The restrictions of singing, he says, when it's done completely for leisure, not necessity. For example, there was Resh Galusa, a big person, the leader of the time in the Yerushalayim, time of the Golus, and the way he used to go to sleep, somebody sing for him to put him to sleep, and then before he wakes up, somebody's singing for him to wake him up. It wasn't too luxurious. Chorban Beis Hamikdash, you're acting over here in a very royalty fashion, like you're the king of here. So we're in time of Chorban. Mashma, according to the Tosfos, if you don't have, if it's not coming in such a way, that's also mutar. So the restriction of Shir, that's what we're talking about right now, Lagabe Chorban. We're going to go back to the Gemara in Sanhedrin. Now, Moloshen Ramam Zal Mashma, the Bechli Osur Lishma Bechol Inyan, with the instrument you're not allowed to do in any shape and form, but Bedavka ala yain. Only whenever you say something on the wine, you could sing. Ava Lubir B'tshuva Shalad. Afilu B'peh Osur Av B'lo Mishta. Mashma, there's a tshuva that you're not allowed to do anything. When chiluk ben lashon ivri to lashon arabi, it doesn't matter if it's in Hebrew, it's in Arabic, or in any other language for this. The culture can even divre nibul she'osur l'shamam avilam melitza v'nigun. Meaning, if it's a lot of songs are not appropriate song, divre nibul, that's for sure it's osur. Oh, so the choira mashma from here, one place it says, "Bepay you allowed to anayayin." It's not allowed to. So what's going on over here, according to the Rambam? Then that's what the another heter of here. Ana mile, that's the lashon of the Tur. We're going to see where it's coming from. Soon we're going to show where he takes it from. Ana mile shiras ahavim going l'shavech yofe beyofya v'kayotzabah. Let's say you're singing covered Chaim. You're such a beautiful person. You're such a bal chesed. You're so good. That you're not allowed to do. But if mashma, aval mutar l'mashu alayan b'vesa mishta, because if you do it l'Hashem, saying keli ato v'edeka l'Hashem, it's not for a person. Even b'vesa mishta, even alayan, mashma, it's allowed to. So okay, so far what we see. So some songs that has nothing to do with singing to Hashem, mashma, it's also afilu b'peh. Somebody going to make a nice song for covered a guest or covered anybody, covered his Rosh Hashiva. It's not allowed according to this. You're allowed to do it only l'shabeach l'Hashem, not the ish. Okay, you might argue if it's for a tzaddik, it's also called a Torah. Okay, I'll leave this aside for right now. So here it is here is what the Shulchan Aruch says. The Shulchan Aruch says like it knocks off the whole thing. And it's not that the Shulchan Aruch brings in the same Siman Tovkuf Samach in Halacha Gimel. He brings the whole thing why it's also. Then he says at the end, "V'kvar nahagu kol Yisrael loymar divrei tishboches o shir shel hodos v'zichron chazda HaKadosh Baruch Hu ala yain." The Choyre, that's exactly what the Gemara says. That's osur, but he says no hagu. Looks like the minute comes, knocks off this whole Gemara. How they could do that? Where he takes it from? Then the Ramo adds also another heter. V'chen letzorech mitzvah kagoin b'ves chosen v'kalo hakol shore. The so mashma over here is like this. The Mechaber brings, the minig is, you could do it, it's no problem, as long as the psukim l'Hashem, you could do it. That's not what the Shir hashirim, it's all l'Hashem, psukim from the Tanakh, it's all l'Hashem, it's not for a person. The Ramah said, so we see, the Bechasanas, you're allowed to do it. So here is what's interesting. This Gemara was not ignored. I'm not sure why the Mishpat didn't bring this. In Gemaseches Brochas, in Perek Chamishi, the Rif, the Rosh, they bring lahalacha this Gemara. They mention this. Here's what they bring. Bring another Gemara. Amar Rav Yochanan, kol hashoyse yain v'arba min zemer. If somebody drinks wine and he has an orchestra playing and he's enjoying his party with the orchestra, maybe chomesh paranuyas lo'olam, brings 5 tragedies on the world, and he goes through the list. I'm not going to go through the list now. Pirush going. Doesn't say who's going, but the Maggid Mishnah brings that Rav Hai going, Pirush going. V'odam rinan zimro bepuma osir. When we say you're not allowed to sing even with your mouth, without instrument, that's where the Tur took it from. They take it from the Rav Hai going. That's what I read the Tur before. Asher, whatever. The Ishmaelim, they used to have that style of singing for people how great they are or whatever. That he says you cannot do it. Aval dirish in the grove is chasodav shel Hakadosh Baruch Hu, singing to Hashem, and Odom is on nimna mizah. So minag kol Yisrael omron. Said that when the Bes Yosef said, the Mechaber says minag, he took it from this Rav Hai Goen. He says minag kol Yisrael. According to this, mashma, it's no problem whatsoever. If you're doing psukim la Hashem, it still does not answer our question. So the Gemara said it's osur. Well, how it could come Rav Hai Goen and says it's mutter? We still have the question. Now the Shiltei HaGiborim. All I'm saying is the poskim. It's not like they ignore this. They deal with that. For whatever reason, why the end Mishpat didn't refer to all this, I don't know, but the poskim do deal with it. The Shiltei HaGiborim says, Rashu Maimoni, that poskim, the Davke Beves HaMishta ala yayin hazemer osur. According to Rashi, Beves HaMishta, it's osur. Aval im eno ala yayin shor. According to Rashi, if you sing in a concert, it's not ala yayin. You go to a concert, there's thousands of people. There's no Mishta yayin, according to Rashi, according to everybody, it's mutter. Then he brings like this. Mi watur koto b'shem ma'ayman afilu shelo bevota mishtoes nami osur lo loshna loshon ivir loshon aravi ezel loshon yakol osur im lo l'shevach haboris borg v'isal. Okay, meaning singing to people it's osur so far, singing to Hashem mashma it's mutter, so it's no problem according to all this poskim. So what's the pshat in the Gemara loshir l'Hashem? The emphasis, the emshach of the Gemara answers that question. The Gemara says you say posuk shaloi bezmano. If you say a posuk not in the right time, the Gemara says you bring ra olam. Now, what's the pshat pasuk shaloi bezmano? So the Benayahu explained this pasuk shaloi bezmano, and this Gemara on Sanhedrin he says like this. And by the way, it's very, very practical could be today. Sometimes you have on a party, people come, choshuva people, kruim shom, v'im yesham odom nichbad tishmoi Avram. Let's say one of the choshuva guys in the party, his name is Avram. Then he says any name, yeah? Maskir v'koyre ba'oitzom so psukim shom b'to Hashem Avram avinu alav hashalom. He said, sounds right to Avram, how great was Avram, how a big guy. Then he says, this Avram, our guest, he in that level. That's called posuk shalom bezmano. Basically, what you're doing is you're taking the Torah, you're taking Avram Avinu, you're trying to give this big Avram Avinu to this guy, and in a way, you're using the Torah for your needs. It's a spiel of here. That shalom bezmano that could bring tzoros to the world. He said. But you read the posuk in the right place. It's toiva. I'm skipping some of what he says. In koire posuk shel karbonas pesach b'pesach. Posuk shel karbonas chag b'chag. Shel karbonas shel Shabbos b'Shabbos. On the Yom Tov on Shabbos, you read the karbonas, the psukim for Shabbos. You make a song out of it. He says the shel Rosh Chodesh b'Rosh Chodesh. The next kilu hikriv mamish bo bayom. This not only stam. Song is like you brought a korban on Shalom Parim Sfasenu. He says, but if you do that, then it brings shefa. From the korbanos. So he says, that's why you misusing the Torah for your own needs, for your own party. It's a shtickle golus. The Torah complain to Hashem, and Hashem is like, so like this. It's very simple. So singing when it's also when it's mutter. I tell you, it's what like the saying goes. Don't say what America could do for me. Say what can I do for America. Something over here. If you approach the Torah, what the Torah could do for me, I'm going to sing it because I need now this pasuk to tell my guests something that fits well. So meaning I'm using the Torah for my needs. That's also that's what the Torah complained to Hashem. Let them learn the Torah. What you're singing the songs, making out for your needs. But if you're singing it to Hashem, shirs with the shbochas, that's a mutter. Now, according to this, just one more nekuda. First of all, there's another heter the Kaf HaChaim brings from Sefer Maimon Mordechai. He says like this. That's the Lashon Maimon Mordechai. Mashmeli misugyas haGemara she mezamros kedelisha natinuk against shapir domi. We just mentioned for the Toysos from the Yerushalmi, a person goes to sleep with the music, wakes up with the music. That's often too luxurious for Golos to have. It's not necessity. But it says if you need to put a child to sleep, he says you're allowed to do that. Could be we say the was a different resh galus a child. In the Hilchas Shabbos also we consider the child choyle shena masukan. We have a lot of lenience. It's in Hilchas Shabbos even for him. A little child, it's like choyle shena masukan. Umiu. Kvar yizira Rav Shlomo Shasti from Shlomo Mashire agovim v'kayot letinak zemolit letinak tevara. Even for a tinak, you're allowed to sing to put him to sleep. You put him psuke Torah. It has a good influence in him. Kedusha tahara. If you're singing some nonsense to him, it's going to bring a bad nature in the child. So anyway, then he says b'lavach inam ika istor b'shire agovim v'divra nevelas the kamagara israr b'nafshe. All the other songs definitely it's also nothing to do with that Gemara. The song that has nothing to do with them kedusha, just divrei, meaning things that could awaken the Yetzer Hara by us. That's also. But if the song comes enhance the by saying Shir v'tishboches Hashem, appreciating Hashem, it's allowed. So according to this, it's like this. So the Gemara says why they're singing on the part. L'chayra was saying no, the minhag is to sing. It's like this. It also depends on the style of the singing. A lot of songs today, there could be Jewish words psukim, but they sing exactly like rock and roll and like goyish style. You're really not here to awaken any thanks to Hashem, any feelings to Hashem. You're just using apostle. You want you have a frum crowd to come to your concert. You're using apostle for your own mashagas. That's what the Torah complains. Why are you using me for your concert? That's other. If that is mo'orer people to thank Hashem, to praise Hashem, to feel more godly, that's great. So it also depends on the style, how we make the style of singing. That's what makes it osur or mutar. But mashma from here, lemaisa from all the poskim. No, it's not like this. Not there is people that adayom machmir on it. Yeah, we don't moicha because it was a mutar of shiur shogim v'lo yom. The Magen Avraham looked at it as a big machmir. The Magen Avraham brings the Lekutei Maharil sheloi kadinu shemeshorim b'mishta oidcha kanisani. Pasuk into oidcha kanisani v'tili l'shua. Loi kadinu says. What's wrong? That the Maharil takes this Gemara literally. That's the Gemara in Sanhedrin. According to Maharil, that the Magen Avraham brings, you cannot make psukim only for Shabbos. Yom Tov he says you can do it, but otherwise you cannot do it. Even on Shabbos, literally, the hashirim shenisnu ala suuda, you can do Shabbos, aval piyutim achirim osur. So the Magen Avraham says, Magen Avraham is really big machmir on it. You're not allowed to. The Ma'aseh, since a lot of poskim are makel on this, so I'm saying is, if it's a style of song that it's really Hoidol Hashem or good feelings of kedusha, that's allowed. But if the song of posuk being used just to make some kind of a musical beat, whatever, not you have to know also the emotions in it. If it's not kosher, so that is psukim ksherim in it. Adrabah, going to this Gemara, it's isur gomor, it's mevi ra lo'olam. Okay.